Hey guys, so this video is how to grow your Instagram in 2020. So my page, I'll pop it right up here. It has 125,000 followers, and pretty much when I started it 5 years ago is a long time ago in the Instagram world. It was very different how to grow your page. A lot more was able to be done and you could get away with a lot more. So now, basically, let's start with, as you can see, the likes on some pages will not be shown. The number won't be shown for how many likes you have. It'll just say so-and-so and others have liked your picture. And that's because Instagram, for the algorithm, they want to be able to take away from just the likes, and they want to be able to show how many comments you're getting, how much engagement, how many shares come through that. And also another reason is they don't quite want, there was a post about this and they explained that they don't want people to feel bad that they don't get very many likes on their pictures and like it's not all that matters anymore. And it's just this competition thing with the number of likes. And so that's just one big thing to sort of focus on right now, is that you want to be able to get your comments up and get your post shared. So if you've noticed that, that's sort of why that's happening with the likes. Next thing for growing your Instagram in 2020, you want to be able to create your own posts. Now, I can't think of how many times I've seen this where people are just going and stealing off of a meme page, or they're going on a certain hashtag, they're stealing a picture or a quote, and they're just completely copying and then resharing. And Instagram doesn't like that, because even though you're giving copyright, it's just not genuine and it's not your own and it's not your own content. So they're going to sort of flag that in a way, and they're not going to push your content if you decide to do that. So basically you want to be able to use Canva is a really good one. You want to be able to use apps where you can create your own quotes, put little backgrounds in there, and do everything yourself. Don't go screenshotting and then reposting someone else's picture. It's just not going to look good in the long run. So definitely be really careful about that, because also people are going to want to unfollow you if they feel like you're fake. And that's just not going to be good if you want to be able to grow. So now, back when I grew my Instagram account, you could do the follows and unfollows. And now, if you've tried this, you've probably seen you will get restricted. Your account will get action blocked if you follow and unfollow. And even if you use the hashtags like hashtag follow unfollow or follow for follow, like for like, Instagram's even banning that. So be very, very careful of this one. You'll get temporarily action blocked, and they could shut your page down altogether. And so you could be blocked for a few days or a few weeks or like longer, and then you're at risk of your page getting shut down. Instagram will not have this spammy follow, unfollow just to gain your own followers. They hate it. It's against their terms, and just literally don't do it. Unfortunately, you have to go organically. And so I'm going to sort of tell you how to do it that way, and be careful of that one because it's definitely considered spam. You also may be surprised that you cannot view a whole bunch of unlimited stories. So there's a limit in, again, in Instagram's terms for how many stories you can view per day. And I don't know what the exact number is, but just be really careful. Don't just leave your phone on and then just have your phone watching stories. Don't do that, because they'll catch that too. And then if you're going to go onto apps and get robots or like the apps or the programs to mass watch stories for you, that'll be blocked right away. And so you just have to know that there's so many certain things that Instagram's looking for now. And yeah, you'd be surprised that you can't just watch stories. So I guess go through the certain stories that you want to watch, open them up that way, but just don't have what I had just mentioned with using the programs or leaving your phone on to watch stories, because that's not going to help you grow. And so there's other ways to grow your Instagram in 2020. You want to be able to space your stories out. So you don't want to be the person, like, you've seen that when the stories are like getting this small with little teeny tiny dots because people are posting just nonstop every minute of their day. And some things people just don't care about, and it's too much. And your followers will find that annoying. You will get unfollowed. And something I would suggest is try posting a story in the morning and then again at night. And then you'll be able to see that you're actually going to get more views because people will be waiting for you to post your story rather than not even wanting to open your story in the first place because you're just getting very irritating. So maybe like somewhere around 3-ish, 4-ish stories per day is something that I would recommend. And also linking to, if you've made a new post, going back to stories, you can use the little arrow on the bottom right hand corner. It'll look like a little triangle, like outgoing. Click that, and then it'll go to share to story. It'll be in your story, your new post, and you want to be able to go into the GIFs and type in new post or click here. Make that new post really, really big with the GIF, and then post it and cover your story, cover that photo right there. And that way people will click and they won't see what your post is already. And so they're more apt to click, and then they'll go to your post and hopefully you'll get some comments or likes and engagement on that. And so the really important thing with Instagram and the algorithm, how posts get pushed, is that the first hour really, really counts. So you want to get as much traffic to your post as possible with having people engage and share your post and have comments come in. And yeah, you'd be surprised that it's just the first hour that really counts. 4 hours, 6 hours, that's all you'll see. The way your post runs through the feed, it changes and it won't stay up for as long. So sort of be sure that you're also active within that hour. So also make sure you like and comment on the people that you're following, just so that they can know that you're real and that you care. And don't just go around like, and then just copying and pasting like a thumbs up emoji or something like that. You want to be able to comment about what's going on in that picture and really actually care and set maybe like half an hour per day just going to people who are following you and who you're following back, to show that you're engaging and you care about what's going on. And that way people will sort of build a friendship, and the follow that you have from them will be genuine and it'll be long-term. So that's a really, really good thing to do, is to focus on that at each day. You want to be able to reply to the comments that you get on your post pretty much as soon as you can. Don't just leave it and then hours later or the next day go ahead and reply, because that just shows that you're not checking and you just don't really care and you're just focused on like the likes or whatever. It also, don't be generic with it. Don't just go like thumbs up, happy face, whatever. You want to reply like, thank you for your comment. I really appreciate that. Oh, you're so sweet, whatever. You just want to be good to your followers, and you want to go through your comments and you want to reply, because another thing that happens when you reply to your comments is that if it showed 10 comments from people underneath, Then if you're going back and replying to all of those, it's going to double to 20 comments. So if someone clicks on your post, they'll be able to see 20 comments then, and that'll look a whole lot better. At some point, you want to be able to create an Instagram business page. What that will do is it'll allow you to see the insights on each post. You'll be able to see how much traffic and how many people are coming to your page per day. As soon as I switched over to that, I felt like it was really beneficial because you can sort of see how your posts are doing for what you post, and it'll give you a really good gauge for what you want to share more of and what people really aren't liking as much. And it's really cool to see the numbers for sure. So an Instagram business page, if you're wanting to grow your page and you have something you want to sell or you're promoting or a niche or whatever it may be, you will want to go with an Instagram business page for sure. And then put whatever category that your page is, put it right there. That'll show up in your bio, and people will also be able to find you that way. And that brings me to my next point is you want to be able to find a niche and stick with that niche. So there's food, fashion, cars, luxury, lifestyle. Like lifestyle is a little bit generalized. Don't get me wrong. It's just that you want to be able to sort of have a topic, something that anyone who watches fashion can a lot of people will stick with your page because they want to see the outfits and they want to see what's new and they want to be able to just be inspired by you. So really focusing on one topic rather than posting random stuff is going to draw way more people in. And for example, I've done my niche mainly on photography. And so that for me is something that I knew. I thought about this. I've always wanted to do a photography page. Getting outdoors is just so much fun for me. I absolutely love it. So I knew I would stick with that niche, and I knew that that's why I wanted to cater towards photography. My page is all set up for photography. So definitely you'll be able to get out there more and you'll be able to post a lot more with something that you enjoy and you want to stick to. Make sure that when you're using hashtags, use all 30 hashtags. That is so, so important. Just like count it out. Doesn't matter. Use all 30 because why not? Why not have more room to show up on different hashtags and show up on more areas of Instagram. So the thing that Instagram does not like is they don't like if you're going to copy and paste and like reuse your hashtags. So you want to be able to change them up for each thing that you're posting about. Let's say you're on a vacation somewhere and like maybe you're in Mexico. You want to be able to use a lot of the same Mexico hashtags or sort of have it in that category and topic. And then let's say your other pages or your post is like about your dog. Then you want to be able to hashtag dog, dog's Instagram, whatever it may be. So just sort of use your hashtags to be new and refreshing, and think that way is always just use your hashtags to whatever the main focus on your picture is. That'll really help you guys. You also want to go to some hashtags that are related to your niche and then follow them. So you follow those hashtags, and then you want to, each day you want to go in on their top of that hashtag and their recent posts and go and find like maybe a handful. Like don't go too crazy, remember that, because you can get blocked. But just go to a handful of each, the top and the recent, in that particular hashtag that you follow that's linked to your niche. That way, you're usually active on there. People will see that, and then it'll really draw people that are also interested in that hashtag to your page. And so it's just something really good to do, to be like, hey, I'm here. This is what I post about, without being spammy about it. Like, come follow my page. This is a way better way of doing it. Again, comment on what's going on in the picture. You need to be able to think out your caption. when you post on Instagram. Nowadays, the captions are so important. It's like telling a story in each of your posts, and you really, really want people to relate to what you're saying. And I've seen like a really good example is someone who's done a weight loss post. They'll go off and they'll tell their story of what they used to do, how far they've come, and just a lot of inspiring and real and raw things are so, so good, because you'd be surprised how much more engagement you'll get and continue to get from that same person is if your captions draw people in and what you're writing about is really engaging. And don't just, I'm actually pretty guilty for that. I used to be a lot better, but I'll get there again as posting too short of captions. That's a really big thing that I want to get better at, is posting better captions for sure, and just taking more time to put more thoughts into it. So that's a huge, huge thing to do, is make sure your captions are relatable and that they're as thorough as they can possibly be. And you want to be able to use your Instagram to have a voice. Don't be afraid when you do make your stories to like go on live. Live is a big thing because Instagram algorithm likes when you're doing live and posts and stories and videos. The more things you're doing on your Instagram, the better. The thing with Instagram is they want people to stay on Instagram. If people are staying on your page, that's huge. They'll count that. They're looking at everything. So if the more things you're doing, the variety of, the better. So basically you want to be able to use your bio as well. That's my next thing, is Linktree is a really good app or a site that you can use. You can go to linktree.com and you can include your YouTube, your website, maybe Amazon or whatever you're selling your products on, any sort of links that you have. You can put all of your links into Linktree, and then on your Instagram bio, it'll just show you want to use your name, Linktree, put it in your bio. That way people can just click the link in your bio and then they'll be introduced to all of the things that you're promoting or want people to come to you. Like, you want to for sure link your other social media platforms through your Instagram, and then through your YouTube, just like I'm doing now, or Twitter or Facebook, any other platform, you want to link them all together because you want to grow all together. And you oftentimes will have different things to offer on your websites, if you're selling stuff, you'll have different things to link. So it's just definitely such a smart thing to do because Instagram is huge. Instagram is so, so popular. All celebrities use it. There's so many users on Instagram. So use it as your platform and really use Instagram to help you grow with anything that you want to grow with for any of your social media platforms. So that's normally what I will do, is I'll go to, if I've made a YouTube, I'll put it in my story and I will go either swipe up and then they can go right to my YouTube video, newest one, let people know you've made a new video or you have something new for sale or that something is on sale. That's really, really good to do, because then how else will people see it if you're not sharing it, right? So that's really important. And another thing that you can do is in your stories, you can create polls and questions. So like, okay, so a question could be, what do you guys want to see more of? And then you can allow people to respond, and you will get surprisingly a lot of responses because people love the fact that you can reshare their response, and they're way more apt to respond back to those. You can use polls to like, did you guys like the make it video I just did? Or did you guys like my hair this way, or whatever it may be? And then you can get some really, really good feedback. And don't be surprised because you can see who've responded to like the yes and the no of things. Don't get offended. Another huge thing I've always said for YouTube is Same goes for Instagram. Don't get so worried about if you're putting yourself out there, you have to be able to do that to grow. And if you feel people are leaving you a negative comment, you've got to be able to be stronger than that and get over it and realize what makes you happy and how many more positive comments and feedback you have in the long run. So basically, those are my top tips. And if you feel like you want an Instagram part 2 and you want more information, then I can definitely do a second video. Let me know down below. And follow these tips to grow your Instagram in 2020. And don't forget to subscribe for more.